up, everybody, and welcome to a Test Your Might news update. This is our random show when we don't get enough people to do a debate show. So, my name is Mike, and I am with my co-host Justin. How you doing today, Justin?
Doing good. Lots of good news to update our fans on. There's a lot to talk about here this week. Some little things and some other bigger things that I'm sure you'll be excited to hear about.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And so today we will be discussing the unfortunate GameStop layoffs that impacted a lot of people at GameInformer. We'll be discussing some new release dates and a new segment for you guys for the Test Your Might news update episode. So stay tuned for that. But first, a little bit of housekeeping. We are on every single podcasting app. We are also on YouTube. So if you could please take a second and leave us a review. If you're on a podcast app of your choice, leave us a review. Hit us with a star review. Let us know how we're doing, especially on Apple iTunes. That is honestly the best place to leave a review. So if you could take the time to go rate us there, let us know how we're doing, and we would love to read your review on the show. If you're on YouTube and watching us here, please hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 100 subscribers, so we could get that custom link. And please like and comment down below on the YouTube video and let us know what you thought of today's news updates. A couple other shows that we've been doing recently. Ready Player One, our review for that, long teased, long overdue. It's finally out, so go check that out. We'll have that linked down below. And as well as a new Test Your Might debate, episode 80, coming out next week for you. So stay tuned for that. That is housekeeping. Let's get into it. Justin, we're just going to go straight into the news here. And the biggest topic of the day here is going to be the GameStop layoffs. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because it impacted three people specifically at GameInformer who lost their job, two of which I would read a lot of their articles all the time. And so we have John Carson, the king of late night, as the GameInformer podcast calls him. And then we also have Wes LeBlanc, who was one of their news beat writers there. And they unfortunately were part of a layoff that happened last week. And honestly, it's because GameStop is just, I don't know, it just seems like they're a terrible company. They don't know how to treat their employees. And Justin, before I let you talk on this, I was listening to MinMax, the Ben Hansen and the crew over there. They did like a little kind of like podcast on the GameStop layoffs, and they had John Carson, they have Wes LeBlanc, and then they also had let's see, what's his name? Jeff Averick, who was their creative director on the magazine for the past 14 years. They had him on the show to talk about the layoffs, and some of the stuff in there was quite just bonkers. It was just absolutely bonkers. Let me hit you with this before you talk. They were going to be getting a brand new office building, GameInformer, in Minneapolis. And it was almost done. Like, the GameInformer staff was able to have some creative freedom to create the office space that they wanted. It was literally almost done. They were moving in to the new office within the next couple months, and GameStop literally said, "You're done. We're now going to sublease this office space and try to get money per month instead of letting you guys have your own office space." And when I heard that, I just couldn't believe it, because I was super excited to see all this new office space that the GameInformer crew was going to have. Justin, you and I have been longtime fans of the magazine. Like, what are your thoughts on all this?
I grew up with this magazine, Xbox magazine as well, but this one really hit me because I went to GameStop. I know we've made multiple trips to GameStop over our years together, and imagine working at a company for almost 2 decades and then having all these dreams and hopes to be fulfilled, that you're going to blossom into this awesome flower that you knew you could be, and then just immediately being cut off. It's sad. It comes down to company management. It comes down to practices inside that company and how you treat your employees of years, people that have been with you fighting for you throughout the hardships that we've had throughout the last 2-3 decades. It's been a long time of these people fighting on your side, and then to just cut them free when they have ambitions and hopes of blossoming. Like I said, it's sad. It really is. It's heartbreak, for the families and all the hard work and labor that have gone into providing to make sure that GameStop and GameInformer looks great. It's sad to hear them just get cut off. It's just terrible.
Yeah. And Carson and LeBlanc, they haven't been working there for a long time. Carson about a year, I believe, maybe just a little bit over that, and then LeBlanc only 9 months. But even Jeff Akervik, who was there for 14 years, was impacted by this. And man, I just really truly hope that those three people in general get the recognition that they deserve. They're awesome writers. They're awesome creative designers as far as the magazine goes for Jeff there. And they deserve a spot somewhere. And also, I watched that podcast from MinMax and just wanted to let our listeners know, if you do want to support GameInformer specifically, they are just such a passionate group of people that write about games in such a lovely and creative style. I know a person that I've connected with online, Alex Van Aken. He's an amazing guy. He's doing a bunch of stuff with the video side as well. And if you want to support GameInformer specifically, one of the best ways to do that is to go to their Twitch channel, and you could subscribe there, because GameInformer itself does get the revenue from that. It's not GameStop. As well as you can go to GameInformer.com and subscribe to the magazine directly there without giving GameStop a dime. Honestly, I personally have kind of I'm staying away from GameStop officially now, because this is 2 layoffs within the past couple years that were completely unnecessary, and GameStop doesn't deserve your money, guys. So go support them. John, Wes, if you guys want to hop on and just have fun talking about video games, the invitation is clear here. You guys have a spot here at Test Your Might, so I'll shout you out here on Twitter when you see this. So anyway, just continue to have those guys and their thoughts in your minds there, and consider using your dollars elsewhere. So Justin, next on the docket, we got some new release dates. Can you go over that with us?
Yeah, of course. So finally, lo and behold, we've got a God of War Ragnarok release date. It's not stolen from Microsoft, but it's very close to that date. I think that would have caused a little bit of tension in the gaming space. But they've got November 9th of 2022. That is this year. Thank everything that we're going to be able to play this game both on PS4 and PS5. And it looks great. There's a collector's set out there with a Thor hammer. And God of we've got God of War, Passionist saying that you always kill something and get their weapon. So are we going to kill Thor? It's a possibility. We could do it. And then we've also got Bayonetta 3, something that's been looked forward to for the fans of Bayonetta. That's coming out October 28th. And then finally, after years and years of waiting, Ubisoft finally did it. They told us Skull and Bones is coming November 8th. So you're going to be able to play that one day before God of War. Hopefully get as much pirate gameplay in as you can before God of War drops the following day. And it's really weird. It's midweek for these two dates. It's going to be interesting, but let's get it. Skull and Bones pirate gameplay. Ubisoft has said multiple times that it's based on one of the best Assassin's Creed pirate games, Black Flag. And also naval combat, a little bit more managing. I'll probably play it on the PC, but it's also coming everywhere else. So enjoy, play it on the 8th.
Man, I don't know about Skull and Bones. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Me personally, I'll probably be playing Ragnarok. I'm in the middle of God of War 2018. Haven't been yet. Sorry, but still going through that, and I'm loving every second of it. It's such a blast. So November 9th, Wednesday. That's a Wednesday. It's odd.
Yeah, it is.
But apparently Wednesday is Odin's Day, so that's why they're releasing it there. And I think Sony is smarter than every single person, because like they knew that if they released on November 11th, it would like the internet would blow up. Like legitimately, at least gaming internet.
It would. People would. There would be definitely a crowd that would boycott it because they stole it from, Starfield, which gave it up. But at the same time, I think Odin's Day is good. Every week Wednesday is Odin's Day. That's right. Which kind of doesn't make it seem as special if it's every week. But they're trying to play into that. Maybe we're going to fight Odin. Of course. Yeah, it's possible.
Never know. And then Bayonetta 3, you're not interested at all?
I've heard things. I've watched videos. It's a game. People play it.
It's a game.
It's something. But Skull and Bones, yes.
Really funny.
Skull and Bones looks great.
So you are actually interested in Skull and Bones?
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for a long time for this. Visually looking, it's like Sea of Thieves ramped up to ultra settings. And then also that little bit of management, you're controlling, everyone on the ship. It's got that kind of element that I love about games for sure. That management kind of thing.
It's got kind of like, obviously it's 3D and not like isometric like RTS style, but it seems like it's got a lot of that Sid Meier's like Pirates stuff going into the DNA, like just the simulation side of things. So yeah, that's definitely a Justin game. It sure is. Because all those lull periods and like managing, and then you get into the fighting and the in the boats, like that's a Justin game. That's a Duck game.
Yeah, and then there's pirates in it, so come on, I need another Pirates game. Sea of Thieves has kind of lost my interest, so let's get it. More pirates, better graphics, why not?
Yeah.
And hopefully Ubisoft can do something they need to do, because they're really in a stale place right now. So hopefully this gets them out of that hole that they've dug themselves. Yeah,
exactly. So Bayonetta 3 is a Switch exclusive. The original Bayonetta you can play on 360. It is backwards compatible as well, I believe, on the newer consoles. But if you want to play Bayonetta 2 and 3, you will have to either find a Wii U and then a copy of Bayonetta 2, or Switch does have a re-release of Bayonetta 2 on Switch, as well as I believe the bundle, or purchasing Bayonetta 2 does give you a digital code for Bayonetta 1 on Switch. So
it's probably the best option.
It's
right
a
there.
decent deal. And if you're listening to this right now, like I believe if Prime Day is still happening, I don't think it will by now, but I believe Bayonetta 2 on Switch has a really, really decent deal. Or I thought it did. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's somewhere else that has a good deal.
Regardless, now is the prime chance to buy it before the third one comes out.
I see what you did there. Hang on. Justin, vamp for... go to the next topic and I'll figure things out.
No problem. So, next we've got another game for the Switch while Mike looks up Bayonetta bundles. Pokemon Puzzle League, the old school classic, is coming to Nintendo Switch Online. A big fan base behind this game. It was fantastic. I believe there was different iterations of it over the years, but this is the original coming back to get your hands dirty and some puzzle matching Pokemon fun. Family friendly, great game. Little bit of mind game. You get to play a little bit of puzzles going on, of course. And with Pokemon, what could you ask for? Get a good game that we grew up with, that everyone still loves or would love to go back to, and put it on there. That's what Nintendo needs out of all the games that they do add to the service. They need more of those kind of games. So that's something that we can look for. Any luck on that Bayonetta bundle?
Yeah, Wario64 is Twitter. He's a deals person, and he's saying that it is... Let's see.
Yeah, Wario 64 is my PlayStation 5 insider. When there is a deal or restock, Wario 60, he's the best. By
Yeah.
the way.
Actually, it's actually not that great. I thought it was a deal, but never mind. So it's like $80 from the website that he suggested. On Amazon, let's see here. If you get Bayonetta 2 on Amazon, it's $57.95 right now. And you do get a digital download for the original Bayonetta. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's not that great of a deal right now. I thought it was a better deal. So, sorry, listeners, if you are listening. My
Well,
apologies.
you still get 2 games for $60 pretty much, and then you're ready to go for the sequel when it comes out. Still a good deal, $60 for 2, 30 a piece. And then it's all on the system that you're going to be playing the third one on. So, there you go.
Anyway, I know that kind of derailed there for a second, but Pokemon Puzzle League, I am stoked for. One of my favorite games of all time on the Super Nintendo is Tetris Attack, which is a spiritual successor to Puyo Puyo Tetris, which is originally a Japan release, and Tetris Attack was all Yoshi themed. And Pokemon Puzzle League is the same, but it's basically... Not basically, sorry. Use the wrong word, but it's Pokemon. Just the fact that it is coming to Switch Online with, I believe, online play.
Yeah, it should be. It should have online. Yeah, we should be able to battle against our friends over the internet, which is a first for sure. But it's an N64 game that we grew up with, like I said, and it's a fantastic puzzle game. One of the greats of our childhood for sure. So give it to us right now.
I'm stoked. It's, as of this recording, it is 2 days away.
Yeah.
So, all right, on to the next topic here. Xbox Games with Gold, no longer providing 360 games. They have stated that they've kind of exhausted all of the options for 360 games to come to the program based on licensing and numerous other things. They have said and stated that if you have already downloaded them and claimed them, that they will always stay in your library. So that's not changing. But yeah, going forward, it's only going to be Xbox One titles. So what do you think about this news here, Justin?
I'm totally for it. We've gotten, I've had gold for a long time. I still do, kind of, I guess. But I feel like...
Your ultimate, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got I feel like over 150 games over the years that I've had gold. And once you claim those,
probably even more.
Yeah, probably. And there's some good titles in there, that I've played over the years. But those are just games that immediately go into your library. And then even if you stop using gold, if you cancel your subscription, you can still access those games, which is huge. That's something that I wish PlayStation has done over the years with their PlayStation Plus program. I wish you could just access those games. Sure, you can download them, play them, but if you lose that PlayStation Plus, you can't play them anymore. So I feel like Xbox had the one-up on that. And newer games, there were great games back in the day, and there still are a few sprinkled in, but I feel like making it all Xbox One now and taking out the Xbox 360 is a good decision. You're going to get more titles for the current gen. And it'll be, bigger hits every so often. I feel like it's going to kind of like add a little fuel to their fire and make people, we get some more games in our library that we can keep after, we cancel a subscription. That's a great idea.
Do you know if they are... holy cow, I completely lost... Oh, yeah. Do you know if they're still giving away 4?
No, it's only been 3 for a while now, and
it's been 4.
Has it?
It's been 4. Yeah, it's always been 2 360 games and 2 Xbox One games. But I don't know if getting rid of the 360 games, if they're going to add 2 more Xbox One games per month. Do you know?
I have no idea what their plan is, but I'm sure if they just go to 3 or 4, that's fine. You're getting 2 here and 2 there. That's fine with me. As long as you go in there and you're attentive and click download and even cancel the download. It adds it to your library, and then you can download it whenever. So it's nice to have that option of just going in there, being like, oh, there's some more games to add to my collection for whenever I want to try. It's always nice.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think this is just like a really good thing to do regardless, just because now what we will begin to see is thinking about this new generation, this current generation that we are in. We're only 2 years into it, basically. At the end of, at November, we'll be 2 years in. And that means that we have still yet to scratch even the surface of all of the Xbox One titles from that 7-year generation. I don't think we've gotten an Xbox game with gold that was released like in 2020. I mean, I don't think so. So what they can do is now they could start offering a little bit more throughout, later on in the Xbox One generation. So some more like current games in a sense. And what's really cool about that is they could start offering some of those titles that they have done like FPS boost to, that have auto HDR and stuff like that, to kind of give incentive that even though this is a program for games with gold, that you could play it all on Xbox One, but it kind of gives you this incentive to go to the next gen and play these free games, good titles that have these new and improved features. So I really think it's a win-win. We knew the time was coming where they weren't going to be able to do 360 games again, ever. And now it just kind of brings that. I think it gives more value to games with gold specifically, alongside Game Pass. Like if you're a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, like you get these games for free and they go into your library, and I think that this gives them more opportunity to offer a better selection if it's for Xbox One titles. So
yeah, no, I agree completely. There was a point there towards the tail end of games with gold with Xbox 360 that people were kind of like, why is this still a thing? Why is this still going on? Are they going to just take it away and just keep Game Pass? And they made a very interesting choice of keeping it going and adding next gen games, or the current gen games. Pretty much just moving it along the train line and continuing to give us value, and the deals on top of it with gold deals. You get great deals on new games, old games, a lot of the stuff in the Xbox store. You get a lot of good deals on there every month, on top of the free games and the Game Pass games. So they're really giving us a lot, and they're hanging true to their fans through that, which I like.
I am still looking for Bayonetta 2 options. Oh, man. That's so funny. All right. Okay, listeners. We are done with the news, and we are going to introduce a new segment that will specifically be in these news update episodes. And that is our PSA segment. As you know, public service announcement is what that acronym stands for. And so me and Justin have chosen 2 news stories that we just want to get out into the wild and make sure that people know about them. And so, Justin, why don't you start us off with our new segment? What's your PSA?
So, if you haven't heard, Halo 2's E3 demo will be soon available to play, which was an untouched demo they found on a dev kit. Back in, it was from 2003 when the game launched, before the game launched. And this was something that no one got their hands on to play. There was a guy there at E3 playing it for us. And literally it was so broken that if you looked the wrong direction, the game would crash. And they have ported it and found it and made it playable, apparently, for PC only, coming soon for free. And there's also supposed to be some Halo 1 stuff in there as well. Just for fans of the game, and that's just huge. I was listening to Unlocked as well over there, and they were talking about there's never been a developer that has brought the roots of a game up just for fans. And this is one of the few, and I don't think it's going to tarnish my view of Halo or Halo 2. I think it's something that you can get your hands on and try it on PC and just be like, wow, this is where we came from. There's stuff that wasn't even in the final cut of the game. And it's just something that is really unique and special and near and dear to my heart, and I'm sure yours as well, Mike, that, people are going to be able to play a demo that was just something fun, to see and blow our minds back in the day.
Yeah. I think that's wild, man. Like, something that, doesn't ever happen, really.
No.
Like, it's really such a good fan service thing to do. I think it stinks that it's only going to be available on PC, but
makes sense because of the hardware.
Well, yeah, true. It still stinks though. But still, regardless, like 343 didn't have to do this. I don't know. I don't really know what I haven't looked into it, but I don't really know what the Twitter discourse is on this, because I can imagine that it's like you're spending your time on a Halo 2 demo trying to make it playable and not doing anything for Halo Infinite. So
yeah,
I don't know, but haters are always going to hate, and this is something that us Halo fans should love. I'm a huge fan of Halo Infinite. I thought it was an awesome campaign, and the fact that 343 has taken their time to release something that back in the day, back in 2002, I believe, 2003, when it released, wasn't playable for anybody.
Yeah,
it was just a hands-off demo.
Yeah, you just watch some guy play it over and over and over and over, but it still blew your mind. That's what's cool about it,
Yeah, so I think it's going to be very, very cool. Very interesting to see. I wonder if it's going to be moddable. That'd be funny. Just like this small demo on PC, just, I don't know, Master Chief shooting Godzilla or something. I don't know.
It's worked on an engine that doesn't exist anymore, and they brought it up to apparently be playable for fans. So that's a huge, huge step already. That it's just ridiculous to think about, for a company to do that.
I agree. All right, my PSA. It's a quick and simple one. Inscription, one of the best games of 2021. Me and Justin absolutely loved it. We adored it. I think it was your game of the year last year, actually, wasn't it?
No, I played it after Sean recommended it. Shortly after Sean recommended it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Regardless, Inscription is apparently coming to the PlayStation 4 and 5 platform, so it is coming to the PlayStation systems. And so my PSA is play this game. It's probably on PlayStation only going to be $20-$25. It is worth every penny. And hopefully, as you support this game on PlayStation, which I might actually do because this is probably one of my favorite indie games of all time, maybe it could get across to other consoles as well, and then everybody can play this game. Because, man, Inscription was awesome. You need to play it. So this fall, it is coming to the PlayStation platform. So please, stop what you're doing when it comes out and grab it and play it. It is worth it's a quick game, 8 to 10 hours, depending on how in depth you kind of want to do certain things. It's a quick play. So worth every moment of your time.
And also a PSA PP on top of Mike's PSA. If you think you beat it, keep playing.
Sure. What's a PSA PP?
An extra post, an extra little
a PS type thing?
Yeah, like a little thing, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
A post point.
All right, so that's our new segment, PSA. Let us know. Maybe we could bring this over to the debate side. Maybe it's a fun little segment that we could do here for you. Okay, Justin, let's finish off the show. What have you been playing? I know that last Test Your Might, we were all We haven't played much. It's been such a busy summer so far, but have you gotten to the sticks? Have you gotten to the mouse and keys? What have you been playing?
So, personally, geez, I have been staying up way too late because it's the only time I have to play this game, which is South Park Stick of Truth. I can't play it while Isabel is awake, my daughter. So I have to play it when she's asleep. And I have been going for the 100%. I've been playing through, enjoying it on the hardest difficulty. I'm having a blast. I cannot wait to start the second one. And I'm more than halfway through. I think I'm like maybe 75% through the game, and I'm enjoying every moment. It's so funny. It is.
It's so good. I played through Stick of Truth probably about 50-60%. I never finished it, but actually what's really cool about having it on Xbox is that I could probably boot up my old save.
Yep. When I booted it up, I played it on the 360 or back when it came out, and the cloud save popped up, and I was like, I'm gonna start a new one, and went for it, and it was a new experience because I haven't played it in so long that I didn't remember the gags. And it is one of a kind. They really did a great job. And like I said, I can't wait to finish it and then boot up, the next one, Fractured Butthole. So I can't wait for that one.
No, no, this is family friendly. You need to say that a little bit better.
South Park's Fractured Butthole. Comma and hole.
Comma and.
Other than that, I ended up beating. I know I sent a picture to the group. I beat Sonic 2 in front of my daughter, the original Sonic 2, for the Master System, and that was a fun ride. She didn't want to do the water level, so I played it for her, and then she was like, "No, you just keep playing," and I was like, "All right," and ended up finishing the game. So it's been a while since I beat a old school game, so why not? And then she thought I was awesome, so that's what matters.
You are awesome, Justin. We
Sometimes,
like
yeah. On Tuesdays.
Just on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Okay. That's funny. As far as I am concerned, a couple games that I have bought recently to kind of play and finish. My original save for Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is still there, so I did purchase the digital version there because I had it physical a while ago, and then I just dropped off, so I kind of stopped playing it and sold it back. But I bought it digitally now and just wanted to get back into that game for, the new one coming out. And so I'll be playing that here soon. I was also gifted, from a generous friend, Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. So I'll be playing that. But what I have been spending most of my time with is actually God of War 2018, like I said earlier, to kind of get ready for Ragnarok here. And I love it. Like, the combat is so good. It's very fluid. It was pretty easy to kind of get back into it because I had taken a long time off of God of War 2018. So it was one of those games that, like, I wasn't super far into it. So it was actually okay to pick up from, where I left off. I just had to refamiliarize myself with the controls, and it worked out well. So yeah, God of War 2018, such an awesome game. I love sort of the like RPG elements to it, where you can really build your Kratos to like a certain type of Kratos that you kind of want to use. Like, you can have a bigger strength build, you can have a bigger defense build, or just a more health build, stuff like that. And so yeah, just really cool in-depth stuff, and the structure of it is great. The visuals are great. I'm actually playing mostly on my 1080p gaming monitor that I'm looking right here because honestly, taking my old PS4 and kind of playing it on my big 4K TV, it doesn't look as good and as crisp as my gaming monitor here. So just playing it on here is just fine. Still playing it on my big screen TV is just fine too. It's fine. It's still fun. But yeah, I love it. So
Yeah.
God of War 2018.
Mario and Rabbids Spark of Hope comes out on the 20th of October, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
That should be the 20th, and then the next day is your favorite game, Scorn.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not playing that.
There's a lot of good games coming out in October. I know that.
Yeah, man, like, I was saying this the other day. Like, I don't understand the concept that gaming ever has a down year. You know, because like people have been saying that this has been a down year for games.
Yeah,
and like
especially for Xbox. Yeah,
I understand that Xbox specifically is not, bringing any first party stuff this year, but there are so many good games to be playing come this fall. Like there is something for everybody, and I don't think this is going to be a down year. And yeah, we love Xbox here, but we are also PlayStation gamers. We are also Switch gamers. We are gamers. Well, maybe not Cicero. Cicero hasn't touched a Switch in a long time. But like we are gamers here, so we're going to go where the games are, and we're eating. We're eating some good stuff here come this fall. So, and plus, there's always the back catalog. Because we're dads and we have so much in the back catalog.
Yeah, definitely true. I was thinking the last story, I know we were talking about the Halo and how it never happens. You don't see developers do that. There was a game that was announced recently called Atari 50. I don't know if you heard about it, the anniversary celebration. That looks so good, and they haven't released. They haven't set a date yet for it, but I know it should be soon. And that's like them taking all those old games that we grew up with in Atari alone and bringing them to the new gen. And then also, there's a few of them that are like updated with graphics and stuff that look just phenomenal with new technology. So I can not wait for that. I don't know if I didn't get to mention that recently, but the Atari 50th anniversary celebration looks good.
Mention all the things, my friend. Mention all the things. That's why this is our podcast. We just say what we want. Okay. Hey, you ready to get out of here?
Yeah. That is our news test your might episode right there. With our new PSA little tiny area.
You like that segment?
That's a good one.
It's a little fun. It's a little jolly. So yeah, listeners, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube. If you are listening to us in your ears from a podcasting app, please go ahead and leave us a review there. We would really appreciate it. If you want to follow us on social media, you can find us at WhatTheFunPod on Twitter and Facebook. And if you want to find Justin or Justin is rubberduck_2500 on Twitter, and I am stay-at-home gamer on Twitter, where the O in home is a 0. Without further ado, my name's Mike, that's Justin. This has been a Test Your Might news update. We'll see you next week for Test Your Might 80. Bye.